It's time for West Central Boys Basketball on Real Rock Z103. Today's game is brought to you by Grant County Lumber, Nelson Auto Center, and the Nelson Auto Center starting lineup, Runestone Telecom, Farmers Co-op Oil, Culligan of Elbow Lake and Fergus Falls, Minnesota Motor Company, and the Minnesota Motor Company Halftime Report, Thunderseed, Quality Toyota, and the Quality Toyota Player of the Game, Lake Country Graphics, Park Region, and the Park Region Scoreboard, Lake Region Healthcare, City of Elbow Lake, Runestone Insurance, and Otter Tail Power Company. Now for the pregame, let's go up to the court.
And the court is at Minnewaska Area High School in Glenwood, where tonight the South Subsection 6A Championship game, the Section 6A semifinals, will be played. West Central Area is the number 1 seed. Belgrade-Brooten-Elrosa is the number 2 seed. And here they are clashing tonight for that South Subsection title. The Knights, 25-3 overall. They've won 15 in a row, and they are ranked second in the state in Class A. The Jaguars, 20-8 on the season. They have won 7 in a row and 10 of their last 11. And they are ranked number 8 in the state in Class A. They have not met this year, but it's going to be quite a clash in Glenwood this evening, as will the other semifinal in Section 6A, as the Henning Hornets take on the Ada Borup West Cougars, two teams that have had outstanding seasons as well. Henning right now is ranked number 6 in the state in Class A, and Ada Borup West is ranked number 3. So of the 4 remaining teams in Section 6A, they are ranked 2, 3, 6, and 8 in the state. And only one of them can get out of the section and represent them at the state tournament next week. We'll find out which of these two advances to the championship game, which is Friday night in Fergus Falls at the Roosevelt Gym at the Otter Fieldhouse. But first, we'll take our 2-minute timeout and come back with head coach Craig Hunter of West Central Area as our pregame show continues here on Real Rock Z103.
Your number 1 West Central Area Knights fans, Auto Owners Insurance and Wendell Pioneer Insurance are a winning combination. They'll work with you to ensure your home, auto, business, and life to keep everything you value safe, sound, and secure. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. If you find your insurance confusing, frustrating, and at times overwhelming, it's time to talk with Wendell Pioneer Insurance. They will walk you through the insurance process and make it as effortless as possible. Visit Jeff, Mary, Chelsea, and Megan at Wendell Pioneer Insurance, your trusted choice.
Your projects are experts, job well done. Grant County Lumber and Hardware.
As the days grow longer and the sun gets warmer, it's time to start planning your summer building projects. Whether it's a new deck, porch, addition, or that dream cabin, Grant County Lumber and Hardware is here to help every step of the way.
Your projects are experts, job well done. Grant County Lumber and Hardware.
Energy-efficient technologies have the power to connect us all, so we can save and make choices that are smart, like choosing Energy Star appliances, LED lighting, and smart home technologies. Otter Tail Power Company is here to help. Go to otpco.com/smartenergy to learn all the ways you can make a difference. Because with energy-efficient technologies, we can connect to a better, smarter home.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Runestone Insurance, here supporting customers every day and supporting every night. Runestone Insurance Agency, Kensington.
We are joined by Craig Hunter, head coach of the West Central Area boys basketball team. The good victory in the quarterfinal round of the section tournament tonight, playing for a title, South Subsection Championship, and the right to play for the section title on Friday night. Craig, let's first of all revisit Saturday, and you had just, again, great balance, guys stepping up at different times of the game, making it happen for you. You really kind of controlled the tempo in that one.
Yeah, that's what we try to do is, control the tempo. We usually tell people we do have some depth, so we like to get the game going fast and try to get them tired. And as the game goes on, usually we try to wear teams down. The defensive intensity was really good. Like I said, we played them a week before that, and probably wasn't one of our better games defensively, so the kids got really focused in practice and thought they really did a good job with their game plan.
I haven't been able to see your team until Saturday, and I was impressed with your substitutions. It seems like you just have a real feel for when to put your guys in and what guys to be in there. Do you have a kind of a mental picture going into the game of what you're going to do sub-wise, or is it just based on what develops out there?
Yep, I have a mental picture every game, and it never goes that way, and I always throw it out the window and sub on my gut. And I tell the kids that too, this is kind of what we're planning on doing, but you got to be ready for anything. And I kind of tell some of those subs, you're like a backup quarterback. You never know when you're going in. Like some games you might not get in at all, and some games we need you. Some games there's foul trouble. Some games they're playing zone. We're going to maybe play some different guys. So we try to get them to stay ready, and it's just kind of a gut thing, actually.
Well, it works so far. Let's talk about your opponent tonight, Belgrade-Brooten-Elrosa. They've got good balance too, and Luke Dingman kind of is the guy that makes them go, but he's got good complementary players around him as well. What's the biggest challenge you face defensively against this team and with Dingman's ability inside?
Yeah, they're so good. He was out until January, so I don't know what their record is with him. It's like 19-1 or 17-3 or something, so it's the record's a lot better with him than it looks like. And he's just a phenomenal athlete. I told some people it's kind of like LeBron. It's like a man playing with boys. Like when he goes up to get a rebound or grabs the ball or takes off to the hoop, it's just different. Like than a high school kid. He's a remarkable athlete, and they had 5 guys in double figures again, as they have a lot of times. They have some other height with Ilias is 6'6", and they have another wing that's 6'4", Sobiak. So it's a challenge, and the thing we knew coming into the year is we have trouble with height, because we're not big, and that's going to be the biggest thing is just trying to play team defense, because you can't stop those big guys one-on-one, and then just try to get that gang rebounding mentality is going to be really important.
How big is the outside game for you tonight, hitting the threes? I think what Cash Nelson did the other day off the bench, 4 threes in the second half, but you had a number of guys step up and hit threes. Is that going to be a key tonight?
Yeah, those are always big, but you can't really rely on those. And the first day of the season every year, we sit our guys down. I have a philosophy handbook and the thing that says our program is based on defense, and that gives you a chance to win even nights you're not shooting well. And that's what we've talked about, just with my coaches too. If we're not shooting well, we got to try to stay in the game defensively. But if those go in, then we're really good, and it helps. And you always hope they go in, and we have a good shooting night.
So when you look at the talents that BBE has, and you talked about their players and their size, and you look at your team, where do you think you have the advantage tonight, Craig? Is it depth? Do you have a deeper bench?
A little bit. They have a couple kids off the bench that are pretty good too. But I guess our advantage is, we have really good balance. We don't have to have one guy that has to do a lot of stuff. And obviously quickness. Our kids are pretty smart too. So defensively, we're just going to try to disrupt things. I think, we've done that against some teams like Hillcrest and Sauk Center and Morris that are bigger teams, try just disrupting what they're doing with their quickness, and a lot of stunting and different presses and stuff. Some of the presses too isn't just to steal the ball, it's a rhythm thing too, just trying to get them out of rhythm, because the big teams, they like to lock down, pound it in, and if we can get our press going, and try to get them out of rhythm so it's not so easy just to set things up.
Controlling the tempo again is a key, isn't it?
Exactly, yep. And then trying to get, if they have big guys too, we try to run and get them tired if we can, but you got to get stops if you're going to run too. So
all right, Coach, good luck to the Knights.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate all your coverage, Craig.
Great to be here. Craig Hunter, head coach of the Knights. We're back to their Nelson Auto Center starting lineups in 2 minutes. You're listening to West Central Area Knights basketball on Real Rock Z103.
At Thunderseed, we've spent over 4 generations developing the best products for dealers and growers across the region. Success requires a partner who is as committed to the full cycle of your growing season as you are. Call 1-888-6-THUNDER to learn more about our premier partner financing today. Thunderseed, first in the field, family-owned, and farmers first.
In today's world, you need fast internet for just about everything. Runestone Telecom Association's high-speed internet service is here for you. Pay your bills online quickly. Cruise through your homework in no time. Watch a movie at home with your family. Visit your grandkids online. You can work from home with Runestone's high-speed internet service. Speed up to 1 gig is available. Find the speed that's right for your needs. Call Runestone Telecom Association in Hoffman.
This is Minnesota, so we're probably going to get some snow eventually, right? When that snow does start coming, the City of Elbow Lake would like to remind you to keep the roadways clear so the city plows can move the snow quickly. The city and Elbow Lake Municipal Power work year-round to provide the best service to the City of Elbow Lake. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30, with crews on call to provide service 24 hours a day. The City of Elbow Lake, proudly cheering on the West Central Area Knights.
Your projects are experts, job well done. Grant County Lumber and Hardware.
As the days grow longer and the sun gets warmer, it's time to start planning your summer building projects. Whether it's a new deck, porch, addition, or that dream cabin, Grant County Lumber and Hardware is here to help every step of the way.
Your projects are experts, job well done. Grant County Lumber and Hardware.
Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls has a fantastic starting lineup. 7 new brands to choose from and pre-owned vehicles too. Plus, Nelson's starting lineup of sales, service, and support personnel are a team you can count on. From your first vehicle to college grad programs through your changing life, Nelson Auto Center helps make your time on the road a rewarding experience. Nelson Auto Center, Ford, Lincoln, Ram, Dodge, Jeep, Chrysler, and GMC. Their starting lineup salute yours.
Your projects are experts, job well done. Grant County Lumber and Hardware.
As the days grow longer and the sun gets warmer, it's time to start planning your summer building projects. Whether it's a new deck, porch, addition, or that dream cabin, Grant County Lumber and Hardware is here to help every step of the way.
Your projects are experts, job well done. Grant County Lumber and Hardware.
Welcome back to Minnewaska Area High School in Glenwood. Time to meet our Nelson Auto Center starting lineups for these two teams. First, for the number 2 seeded Belgrade-Brooten-Elrosa Jaguars, coached by Chris Anderson. Number 2 is 6'2" junior Joshua Wallstrom, averaging 6 points and 2 rebounds a game. Number 3 is 6'4" senior Hayden Sobiak, averaging 15.6 rebounds per game. Number 12 is 5'10" senior Caden DeRue, averaging 10 points, 4 rebounds a game. Number 15 is 6'5" junior Luke Ilias, averaging 11 points, 7.5 rebounds per game. And number 21 is 6'4" senior Luke Dingman, averaging 18 points and 12 rebounds per game, along with 6.5 assists. Now your Nelson Auto Center starting lineup for the West Central Area Knights. Wearing 0 is 6'1" senior Cam Anderson. 15 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists per game for Cam. Number 3 is 6'5" junior Ben Bai. 15 points, 9 rebounds per game. Number 11 is 5'11" senior Mitch Dewey, averaging 13 points, 3 rebounds, 3 steals, and 2.5 assists per game. Number 14 is 5'9" senior Nasir Dots, and he's averaging 4 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals per game. And number 20 is 6'1" senior Bryce Chesbo, averaging 13 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists per game. Craig Hunter is the head coach of the West Central Area Knights. The Minnesota State High School League reminds us that the educational value of this event is more important than its outcome. Respect for others, including opponents and officials, is one of those values. Support today's teams with the respect they deserve. Well, we're ready to play basketball. Tournament Action South Sub-Sec Championship on the line tonight, along with the berth in the section title game Friday night. That will be at the Roosevelt Gym at the Otter Field House in Fergus Falls at 7 o'clock. The winner of this one will play the winner of the Henning Ada Borup West game, which is going on at the same time as this one. That is in Perham tonight. And the tip is controlled by the visitors, the Belgrade-Brooten-Elrosa Jaguars. And they'll set it up with point guard Caden DeRue. And the pass is deflected out of bounds. Well, that is going to be a common thing that you hear tonight. Pass is deflected by the Knights especially. They are aggressive defensively. They get their hands on the ball. Nice entry pass and a turnaround shot that is good for Luke Ilias. Really nice setup there out of the inbounds pass. And BBE has the 2-0 lead on our Park Region scoreboard. Here come the Knights with Cam Anderson, side of the lane, feeding the corner. 3-point shot off the rim, and the rebound comes down to Luke Dingman. Ahead in transition on the right sideline, taken by Wallstrom. Back out to Sobiak. Now Dingman on the near side. Feeds it to DeRue. Back to Ilias. They work it right side now in the hands of Wallstrom. Knocked away and picked up by Sobiak. So they'll keep it in the offensive end. Now DeRue steps back, launches a three that's off the rim. Dingman, the rebound and the putback, makes it 4-0. Jaguars off to a fast start. The pass up the floor, trying to get it all the way down the court for Ben Bai. It's thrown away, and a transition opportunity and basket for Luke Ilias. And just like that, BBE is off to a 6-0 lead. Anderson passing it out to Bai. Bai feeds the corner. Coming around on the dribble is Chesbo. Takes it into the lane, and Bryce will lay it in with the left hand. So the BBE lead is 6-2 now as the Knights get on the board after yielding the first 2 points. And here's Dingman straight on three off the iron. Battle for the board, tipped into the lane, recovered by BBE, and a lay-in on the offensive board by Caden DeRue. And it's now 8-2. Knights set it up to Cam Anderson. Free throw line, dribble drive into the lane, spins, baseline, puts it up off the glass for two. Cam Anderson scoring. And that makes it 8-4 in favor of the Jaguars. 2 minutes gone in the opening half. Didn't take them long to get it rolling, did it? Ilias back out for Dingman. Ball tipped, but Dingman recovers. They fired across to Sobiak, whose three is off the iron once, twice, and then down in the lane to the Knights to Mitch Dewey. Dewey out of the backcourt on the dribble, looks ahead, that's covered, so now he brings it back out to the top to Cam Anderson, who swings it right to Nasir Dots. Dots driving baseline, shuffles it off to the far corner. Three-pointer by Chesbo, or by Dewey, will not go. Rebound goes to the Jaguars in transition, up the floor, layup won't go. Too hard on the layup by DeRue. Knights back the other way. 3-point line, Cam Anderson working the dribble to the top of the key to Dots. Bluffs the shot, travels. Second turnover for the Knights. BBE will get possession. And the ball will be thrown in from the near side as the Knights make substitutions here. Owen Sandstead, 6'4 junior, is in. Sam Hansen, the 5'11 junior, checks in. He has been so valuable as the sixth man. 7 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists per game for Hansen on the average. Here's DeRue into the front court to Ilias. Ilias double-teamed off to Dingman. Up at the top of the key, Dingman driving through the lane, rejected. And a jump ball call. Great job defensively by the guy we just talked about, Sam Hansen. The possession check reveals it belongs to the Knights. And BBE has their first turnover. Ben Bai is back in. Short rest for him as Owen Sandstead checks out. 15 minutes to go in the opening half. 8-4 Jaguars lead. Minnesota Motor Company brings you our halftime show tonight. Be sure to stay tuned for that. Their service department is open Saturdays till 1 p.m. There's a pull-up jumper from 12 left side of the lane, and Cam Anderson drops it in, and it's 8-6. Jaguars on the drive. Ball comes free. They pick it up, feed the three-point line. Ilias misses off the heel. Bai's got the weak side board, and the outlet goes to Chesbo. Chesbo on the near side to the corner to Hansen. Leaves it now on the three-point line to Mitch Dewey. Down to the baseline. Chesbo into the lane, puts a little fadeaway up off the heel. Weak side rebound to Dingman. Long pass up the floor to Ilias. They get it back out. Good job by the Knights dropping back on defense that time. Did not allow that transition opportunity to fully develop. Top of the key, Dingman. Bounce pass goes right side to Sobiak. Sobiak is defended by Chesbo. Back to Dingman. Straight on three off the front of the rim. Rebound hits the floor and is gathered in by Anderson. Knights out of the backcourt, setting the offense. Anderson working it up top against Sobiak. Picks up the dribble, looks for Bai. Bai on the three-point line, thought about it. Now passes off Hansen, cuts into the lane, takes it back outside. Open three. Chesbo rattles the cage, no good. The rebound goes to Sobiak. Sobiak into the front court. Will set the offense for BBE. 13 and a half minutes to go in a fast-paced first half here at Minnewaska Area High School in Glenwood. The South Subsection 6A championship game. Fadeaway free throw line by Dingman off the heel. Rebounded by the Knights. Well, the Knights doing a good job allowing only one shot in a possession. Anderson's three won't go. And it comes down to Caden DeRue. DeRue will walk it out of the backcourt. He's met at midcourt by Mitch Dewey. Now the pass comes to Sobiak. Back to DeRue. Gets the screen up top. Doesn't take it. Now cuts left on the dribble. Feeds a corner. Ball in the hands of Wallstrom. They fire it up the lane. Knocked away. Recovered, though, by the Jaguars. Three-point shot will not go. It actually did go through the basket, but not until after it had hit the post above the backboard. And that's out of play, so it's no basket. 8-6, the Jaguars lead, and with 12:44 to go in the opening half, the Knights will walk it up the floor. Jaguars have made their first substitution. Taylor Piper is in at a guard spot. Here's a three-pointer by the Knights off the heel, no good. By Marshall Dewey, rebounded by the Jaguars. Into the front court comes DeRue, feeds it baseline. Backing in, Dingman tied up, and the ball ripped away by Marshall Dewey. They call the jump ball, and that will leave it with the Jaguars. Well, that's twice Dingman has been tied up trying to go down low and get a shot off, and the Knights are all over it. They're so good defensively, so quick, and really good at defending the ball and getting those tie-ups or those deflections or those steals. Just like to wreak havoc on the opposing team's half-court offense. Swing it left side. DeRue looking back out, top of the key. Taylor Piper feeds it across to Sobiak. Shot clock at 5. Sobiak to the baseline, lost the dribble, and it goes out of bounds off the Knights. Well, there's 5 on the shot clock, and we have an injured BBE player down on the floor, and that is Hayden Sobiak, and that would be a blow. Sobiak is a 15.6 rebound a game guy, and he is on his back right now. And they're looking at the right leg. So we do have an injury timeout, and we will pause. 11:58 to go in the opening half. It is the Jaguars 8, the Knights 6 on our Park Region scoreboard. You're listening to coverage of the South Subsection 6A championship game from Minnewaska Area High School in Glenwood on Real Rock Z103.
If you have kids in high school, you know the whole family stays in high gear. From cheering for high scores at games to enjoying high notes at concerts to supporting high goals in classes. When you're at home, your internet connection needs to meet the high demands of smart TVs, laptops, tablets, and smartphones. High school virtually demands high speeds. With Runestone Telecom, higher speed is a simple phone call away. Contact us today at runestone.net and move your family to a high-speed world.
Well, Hayden Sobiak, favoring that right leg, is being helped to the locker room. They're going to do a deeper evaluation here. So, that's a blow. Taylor Piper is in there, along with Jordan Wallstrom, Luke Ilias, Luke Dingman, and Caden DeRue. Here's Ilias, left corner, back out, shot clock at 1. They do get the shot away. It's off the heel, no good. And the rebound comes down to Sam Hansen. Pushes it up the left side to Cam Anderson, whose three-pointer gives the Knights their first lead of the game. Anderson has 7 of the 9 night points. And it is now 9-8. And that is a 7-point run for the Knights. First time they've held the lead in this game. And the ball in the possession of the Jaguars. Caden DeRue feeds the free throw line. Dingman misfires. Ilias can't get the rebound. It goes out of bounds. The Knights will get it. Well, Dingman is really struggling with his shot here in the early going. He has just 1 field goal. And the defense of the Knights has given him fits so far. Mitchell Dewey is back in. Sam Hansen will check out. 11:24 to go in the opening half. And the Knights leading 9-8 as they bring it up the floor with Anderson. By sets a screen. Anderson takes it right, cuts into the lane, goes to the basket, but he traveled. So the Knights have their 3rd turnover. BBE will get it back. Down a point as Dingman puts it in play to Caden DeRue. DeRue back to Dingman and to midcourt to Ilias. Ilias double teamed on the near sideline. He finds DeRue, and DeRue lost the dribble. We're going to get a kicking the ball call on Naz Dotz. So the Jaguars will throw it in. Dingman will toss it in from across the way. We have 11:03 to go in the half. Knights continue to lead 9-8 on our Park Region scoreboard. On the inbounds, here's DeRue at the top of the key, sending it right side. Piper's 3 is good. So Piper's first shot of the night from 3-point range is good, and the lead is back on the Jaguars side. 11-9 BBE in the lane. By back out. Anderson cuts on the wing, drives to the basket, dishes back out. By's 3 is off the iron, no good, and the weak side board comes down to Piper. Piper's outlet pass, Luke Dingman. Double teamed, and he walked. Second turnover on Belgrade-Brooten-Elrosa. 10:29 to go in the half. Culligan Water proudly supports the West Central Area Knights. For all your problem water needs, including reverse osmosis and water softening, call Culligan Water of Elbow Lake and Fergus Falls and let them worry about your water so you don't have to. Pass around the perimeter. Dots back out. Anderson free throw line. Shot is good. Boy, Cam Anderson's feeling it. He has 9 of the 11 points the Knights have put on the board, and we are tied at 11. First tie of the night. Trouble here, and a timeout taken by the Jaguars. Double team pressure on the ball at midcourt. Caden DeRue is in trouble, and Chris Anderson spotted that and decided to take the timeout. So there is a timeout. We're tied at 11. 10:05 to go in the half. Atlas Outdoor Services takes your yard as seriously as you take the games. Good luck this year as you take the court from Atlas Outdoor Services in Fergus Falls. Well, coming up at halftime, we'll bring you our Minnesota Motor Company halftime report. The pre-owned inventory at Minnesota Motor Company is growing. Contact the sales team for a test drive today. Have a boys' halftime score in a game that started at 6 o'clock at Concordia College in Moorhead. Cody Osnes is over there calling the game on 977 FM and AM 1020. And the Pelican Rapids Vikings, the number 1 seed in 8-2A, have a 42-32 lead on 5th-seeded East Grand Forks at halftime of their game. Pass put in play, and Caden DeRue will run the offense for Belgrade-Brooten-Elrosa. Pass right side to Luke Ilias. Across on the sideline to DeRue. Another tie-up there by Dots, but DeRue is able to pull the ball free. Into the lane. Here's a fadeaway from Dingman. That's off the front side of the rim. Ilias rebounds, sets the three-point line. That shot won't go. Dingman up in a crowd. He is fouled going up for the rebound opportunity. He was in the act of shooting. He'd gotten the rebound, was going back up. And that's going to be on Cam Anderson. That is the first foul of the night. And we are almost midway through the half. So Dingman, who has 2 points, will shoot a pair of free throws. And number 1 is off the heel. Wow, Luke is really struggling. This is a guy that scores 18 points a game. Averages a double-double with 12 rebounds a game, too. But he has not found his touch yet tonight. Dingman's second free throw is good. So he puts the lead back on the Jaguars' side of the board at 12-11 as Anderson works it back up the floor. Cam driving through the lane, and a nice job by Ilias defensively as he blocked the shot out of bounds. And Anderson will now trigger the inbounds pass from under the basket. 9:31 on the clock, opening half. Anderson lobbing it in. He wanted to go to Bai, and Bai was breaking away to the corner. It's picked up by Dingman. That will count, and he is fouled. And that foul is on Sam Hansen, his first. Well, that was just miscommunication on the inbounds pass. That's one of those plays that can kind of turn the momentum. Craig Hunter talking to some of his guys as they come over to the bench as Dingman goes to the line trying to convert the free throw after the made field goal. So the Jaguars now with an opportunity, and Dingman misses. They get the offensive rebound, though. DeRue will give it to Ilias. Ilias on the perimeter, back to Dingman in the middle. Luke on the drive, splitting the defense, missed the layup. Rebound pulled away by Sam Hansen. Here's Sam up the floor into the lane. Chesbo back out. We're going to get a player control foul here. As a great job by Joshua Wallstrom. He had position in the lane, and Chesbo driving through the lane, fed the ball out on the wing, but he kept going and knocked over Wallstrom, who takes the charge, and the Knights get the turnover, their fifth of the half. Dots is back in. The Knights have Dots out there with Dewey, Mitch Dewey, Cam Anderson, Ben Bai, and Sam Hansen. The inbounds pass to Ilias, gives it back to Dingman, finds DeRue, full court 2-1-2 pressure. Now cross on the near side, the far side is Wallstrom, and he lost the ball to Sam Hansen. That's turnover number 3 for BBE. Back out, here's Cam Anderson. Pull up from 14, misses, one of his few misses on the night. Dingman touched the rebound, and it ricochets off his hands to Joshua Wallstrom, who gives it back to Dingman. Dingman, top of the key, has the screen, doesn't use it, now passes back out. Left side to the top of the key to Wallstrom, sends it back to Dingman. Dingman looking, passing, Ilias down low, rejected and fouled, and Luke Ilias will shoot free throws. And that's Sam Hansen's second foul, and it is a third foul on the Knights. Sam will come out, and Craig Hunter will bring Bryce Chesbo back in. And Luke Ilias, who has 4 points, will shoot a pair of free throws. BBE has shot all 3 free throws so far in the game. They have made 1. And here's the first one by Ilias. That is good. So Luke has 5, and the Knights trail now 15-11. And the second one is no good. Rebound comes down to West Central area. Cam Anderson into the front court, feeds it right side baseline to Dots. Back out into the lane, forcing the shot up. Chesbo will score. Nice job by Bryce Chesbo. And that stops the Jaguars' run at 4 in a row. Up the near side. And we're going to get a blocking foul here on Dots in the lane. Dingman driving up the lane, knocked Dots down, but Dots did not have position in the eyes of Nate Meisner, the official. So Naz Dots will pick up his first foul, and that is team foul number 4. And the Jaguars will throw it in from under the basket. 15-13, Belgrade-Brooten-Elrosa up by 2 on our Park Region scoreboard. Minnesota Motor Company brings you our halftime show. And at Minnesota Motors, they remind you that you can simply drive in to their hassle-free Express Lube at Minnesota Motors. Inbounds pass will be put in play by Caden DeRue of BBE. They are up 2 under the offensive basket. Passing it into Ilias. Looks back out on the three-point line to Piper. Across on the near side to Wallstrom. Now finds Dingman. Dingman drives into the free throw line area, passes back out, and that shot is off the front of the rim. Rebound grabbed by the Knights as it's Mitch Dewey coming back the other way. Mitch into the lane, back out on the three-point line, misses off the heel. Weak side board Ilias, outlet Dingman, up the right side quickly, and then a steal. The Knights with the steal in the far corner. Cam Anderson, a behind-the-back bounce pass, and by in the lane will score. Well, nice job there by the Knights. Fourth turnover by BBE, and there's number 5 on the inbounds pass, a steal and a foul whistled against the Jaguars. That is going to be their first of the night, and it's going against Luke Ilias. Well, we're seeing that very good quickness and defensive pressure of the Knights paying off as they have forced 5 Jaguar turnovers. This game is tied at 15 on our Park Region scoreboard. 7:20 to go in the half. 4:30 to play in the game at Concordia. Pelican Rapids leading East Grand Forks 66-56. Henning has a 22-16 lead on Ada Borup West. 5.5 to go in the first half. Thanks to Jason Retzloff for that update. Jason's down in the cities. More on what he's doing at halftime. Here's the pass out on the three-point line. It gets away, and saving it from going into the backcourt with a great effort was Mitch Dewey. And now here's Marshall Dewey back out to Chesbo, and we've got a shot clock violation. The Knights have their 6th turnover. And the ball belongs to Belgrade-Brooten-Elrosa as we are tied at 15. And the Jaguars work it across near side to DeRue. Caden DeRue driving through the defense. Bounce pass baseline. Stolen by Dots. Dots back the other way. Coast to coast. Feeds the bounce pass to the baseline to Chesbo. He finds Marshall Dewey. Returns it to Chesbo in the corner. Now back out to Bai. Passes it off. Free throw line jumper by Mitchell Dewey. Will not fall. And the rebound commanded by Luke Dingman. Outlet pass to Caden DeRue on the near side. Ahead to Taylor Piper. Piper defended Dots right in his face. Up top to Ilias. Three-point shot is good by Luke Ilias. His first 3 and his 8th point of the game. And the Jaguars lead by 3 with 6:10 on the clock here in the opening half. Backing in, Marshall Dewey. Turning, pushing it up off the rim, and it bounces in. So Dewey gets his first basket. And the lead is 1 for the Jaguars. Caden DeRue over the line. Bounce pass right side. Now back out. On the drive, Dingman feeds DeRue. Baseline pull-up is off the side of the backboard and out of play off the Jaguars. Knights are going to bring Cam Anderson back in. And also Sam Hansen returns. Wallstrom is back in for Belgrade-Brooten-Elrosa, and we're also going to see Lance Rademacher for the first time. Lance is a 6'2" 8th grader. On the near side, Ben Bai. Bounce pass to the baseline to Cam Anderson. He lets it fly, and Cam is really feeling it. He's got 11 first half points, and the Knights regain the lead. That is our 3rd lead change. Up the floor, DeRue, right side of the lane. Kicks it back out, three-point line, Dingman into the lane to Ilias. And now DeRue, here's a reach-in foul on the Knights. It's going to be on Mitchell Dewey. His first, team's 6th rather. So from the near sideline, it will be put in play by Luke Dingman. Dingman's pass taken by Caden DeRue. Now back out, Piper. Right sideline. Here's Wallstrom. His pass tipped but recovered by DeRue. Drives in, feeds the corner. Dingman bobbled, controlled, back out. And the free throw line jump shot is good by Caden DeRue. He has 4, and it's the Jaguars on top, 20-19 on our Park Region scoreboard. Cam Anderson, right wing to the free throw line. Back to the top. Here's Marshall Dewey getting the screen, working it left, passing it off, far sideline. Deep three on the way, and that's good by Mitchell Dewey. That's one of those where the coach is going, no, and then, yeah, okay. Because that was way out there. And it's 22-20. That is our 5th lead change here in the first half. 3-point line, DeRue, top of the key, Dingman. Bluffs moving to the right, spins into the lane, missed the shot, rebound tipped, grabbed by the Knights, knocked away by Dingman, recovered by Bai, and a backcourt foul on Dingman. It's only the second foul on the Jaguars, first on Dingman. Knights will put it in play with 4:02 to go in the opening half. And the Knights on top 22-20 in a well-played first half. Hotly contested. Aggressive defense on both sides. Anderson puts the ball in Mitchell Dewey's hands, who returns it to Cam Anderson. Good crowd here. Not a seat to be had. As both of these schools have brought their bands, they have turned out in force. Here's a free throw line jumper by Sam Hansen. It rattles in. 6th player to score for the Knights here in the opening half, and their lead is 4. There's a steal by Cam Anderson, and he'll be rejected by Dingman. Recovered by Sam Hansen. They set it to the top to Marshall Dewey. His three hits the side of the rim. Good rebound by Dingman, and we've got a rebounding foul on the Knights. That'll put the bonus on. And Sam Hansen has just picked up his 3rd foul, and Nasir Dotz will come in to replace Mitchell Dewey, actually. I thought he'd be replacing Hansen. Oh, it is Hansen. Oh, let's see. Yeah, it is Hansen, and now Dewey's coming out, too. They're bringing Ben Bai back in. So 3:29 left in the half, 24-20 Knights. Here's Dingman on the line, where he is only 1 for 3. He does have 5 points. Henning is leading Ada Borup West, 33-23 at the half. Free throw off the rim, no good, and Dingman has only hit 1 of 4 free throws. Marshall Dewey got the rebound. Starts Cam Anderson back into the front court. Bounce pass corner to Bryce Chesbo. He feeds it down low to Bai. Bai alongside the lane, back out to Chesbo. On the far side, bounce pass down low. Bai cuts into the lane, goes to the basket. And it's Dingman who blocked the shot and then controlled the rebound. His outlet pass, what a great play. A turnover and a great play by Cam Anderson. Dingman was going to throw the outlet to Caden DeRue, and then it was a deke by Cam Anderson, like he was heading down the floor. He took a step that way, and Dingman started to throw it, and Cam cut back to cut the pass off, and Dingman hesitated then and took a step. That was just great defense by Cam Anderson. He takes the inbounds pass, feeds it up the lane, and it's out of bounds off the hands of Bryce Chesbo. So the Knights have their 7th turnover. 3:02 on the clock. 24-20 Knights in the opening half. 7 turnovers for West Central area, 6 for Belgrade-Brooten-Elrosa. Here's Dingman to Ilias. Left side pass to DeRue, batted away but recovered by DeRue. Now here's Ilias, free throw line, fade away, good. Ilias has 10. He leads the Jaguars in scoring, and it's 24-22. There's a blocked shot by Ilias and recovered by Dingman, and then his no-look pass was stolen by Mitchell Dewey. Great job by Dewey. Knights will set it up. Dots on the far side. Gets it back to Dewey. Free throw line off to Cam Anderson. He drives into the lane, and we've got a foul on the drive. That's only the 3rd foul against the Jaguars. And it's going to go against Joshua Wallstrom. His first. And with 2:17 left in the half, and the Knights up 24-22 on the Jaguars, West Central area will put it in play from under the basket. Cam Anderson into Ben Bai for the easy 2. Bai has 4. Ben's a 15.9 rebound a game performer for the Knights. DeRue into the front court, over to Dingman on the 3-point line. 4-point Knight lead, 2 minutes to go in the half. Left side on the 3-point line, it's Wallstrom. Back out, here's Dingman. To the middle, DeRue. Side of the lane. Ball knocked free. Scramble. Loose ball gathered in by Ilias and a jump ball call. And it will belong to the Knights. So BBE has their 8th turnover. We're down to 1:46 remaining in the half, and the Knights have a 4-point lead at 26-22. Remember, at halftime, it's our Minnesota Motor Company halftime report. If you're in the market for a new vehicle, make Minnesota Motor Company your first stop. Anderson, bounce pass by, down low, back out, three-pointer by Dots is good. Nasir Dots hits a 3. He doesn't score a lot, but boy, when he takes a shot, it's usually pretty accurate. 29-22, largest lead of the half. Knights up 7. To the corner, DeRue moves in, pushes it up off the heel. Weak side rebound, picked up by the Jaguars. They feed the three-point line. Piper's shot off the heel, rebounded by Bai. In transition, Dots, same spot. It hit the front of the rim. I thought that was going in. Ready to say same result, but it didn't do it. Just skimmed the front side of the rim. I've got a great angle on that shot, and looked to me like it was good. Up the floor, DeRue through the lane, and Caden DeRue attacks the basket and gets his 3rd field goal of the half. That's 6 points for DeRue. It is 29-24. Knights by 5. They have the ball. Cam Anderson, three-point line, gets a screen from Bai, puts the ball in the air, and a foul on DeRue is going to put Cam Anderson on the line. So DeRue has his first foul, and Cam Anderson will shoot the first free throws of the half for West Central area. Cam has been great. He has 11 points, and he's played very well defensively as well. And here's the first one by Anderson. That is good. 6'1" senior, and he's having a great playoff game here in the South Subsection Championship. Craig Hunter has 4 solid seniors in that starting lineup with Cam Anderson, Mitch Dewey, Nasir Dots, and Bryce Chesbo. Second one on the way, and Cam continues his excellent play with 13 points now in the first half, and the Knights up 7. Half a minute to go. And there's a steal by Mitch Dewey, and a shuffle off to Bai, and a layup. 6 for Bai. 9th BBE turnover. 33-24. 20 seconds remaining here in the half. There's a backcourt foul on Mitch Dewey, and that is going to result in free throws for the Jaguars. So Caden DeRue is going to the line for the 1-and-1. That's the 8th team foul, but the Jaguars have had trouble on the line. They're only 2 for 6. Marshall Dewey is in. Nasir Dots will go out. And in for the Jaguars is 8th grader Lance Rademacher, and he will replace Joshua Wallstrom. So DeRue on the line, front end of the 1-and-1. 17.2 seconds to go in the half. He hits it. Jaguars need a little lift here before halftime. And here's the second free throw opportunity by DeRue. That's off the front of the rim, rebounded by Cam Anderson. 33-25 Knights. They have a chance to get a double-digit lead on the board before halftime. 10 seconds left. They have it up top. Now here's Marshall Dewey, double team, turning, pushes it up off the rim. No good. Rebound tipped out, recovered by Ilias as time runs out. And that is the end of the half. And what a great first half for the Knights and for Cam Anderson. The Knights have a 33-25 lead at the half on our Park Region scoreboard. This is a South Subsection Boys Basketball Championship game at Minnewaska Area High School in Glenwood. Our Minnesota Motor Company halftime report comes your way next. Minnesota Motor Company is paying top dollar for trade-ins right now. You can contact the sales team for a free appraisal. Our Minnesota Motor Company halftime report begins in 2 minutes.
Your number one West Central area Knights fans, Auto Owners Insurance and Wendell Pioneer Insurance are a winning combination. They'll work with you to ensure your home, auto, business, and life to keep everything you value safe, sound, and secure. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. If you find your insurance confusing, frustrating, and at times overwhelming, it's time to talk with Wendell Pioneer Insurance. They will walk you through the insurance process and make it as effortless as possible. Visit Jeff, Mary, Chelsea, and Megan at Wendell Pioneer Insurance, your trusted choice. Oh, hey there, folks. You know, Farmers Co-op Oil in Elbow Lake's got your back come game day, don't you know? Oh, yeah. Before you head out to them big away games, swing by their friendly C-store and fill her up on gas and goodies. With Amore Pork in the cooler and Abby's Bakery on the shelves. They got snacks tastier than Snickers salad at the church potluck. And that's really saying something. Now let's hit the road and cheer on the Knights. Oh, yeah, you betcha.
Farmers Co-op Oil in Elbow Lake. Grab your snacks and get some gas. Oh, and hey, watch out for deer.
The Silverado inventory is building at Minnesota Motor Company, and that means the prices are going down. Save up to $8,000 on a Silverado half-ton truck when you trade in a vehicle. Looking for a low interest rate? Well-qualified buyers can get 0.9% APR when they finance with GM Financial. Contact the sales team for details. Customer must trade into 2010 model year or newer vehicle. Not available with lease or some other offers.
Minnesota Motor.
Welcome back to Minnewaska Area High School in Glenwood. It is halftime here in the South Subsection Championship game between the West Central Area Knights and the Belgrade-Brooten-Elrosa Jaguars. And our halftime score favors the Knights 33-25. The largest lead they've had has been 9. And the biggest deficit they faced was 6 in that first half. And let's take a look at the scoring. Defense, though, has been really good. The Knights have forced 9 turnovers with their aggressive defensive play. And the Jaguars, frankly, have not shot the ball well, and I think you can give a lot of the credit to the defense of the Knights. They are pressuring the ball and clogging up the lane and making it difficult for the Jaguars on the offensive end. Knights also with 7 turnovers in the game. Both teams have played aggressive on-ball defense. Let's take a look at the scoring. Cam Anderson has been on fire for the Knights. He leads all scorers in the game with 13. 6 points for Ben Bai, 4 for Bryce Chesbo, 3 each for Mitch Dewey and Nasir Dots. They have 2 of the 3 3-pointers the Knights have made, the other from Cam Anderson. And then 2 points apiece for Marshall Dewey and Sam Hansen. Now, Hansen has 3 fouls, so that is a concern. And Mitch Dewey has 2. So a couple of Knights with multiple fouls. And for BBE, they have no players in multiple foul situation. They only committed 4 fouls in the entire first half. And those were by 4 different individuals. So no problem there. Luke Ilias is in double figures. He has 10 points, including one of the threes. And they've only hit 2 threes. 7 points for Caden DeRue. 5 for Luke Dingman. He struggled offensively in that first half. Turned it over a few times, missed his shots, went 1 for 4 on the line. Luke kind of out of sorts for himself in that first half. And we'll see how that changes in the second half, because he's one of those guys you just can't keep him down. You think about the game Caitlin Clark had the other night, where she was 0 for 9 on threes in the first half and had 4 points. Finished with 34. You know, I mean, that's what Dingman's capable of. And Taylor Piper with 3 points. The other made 3 for the Jaguars. And they are 3 for 8 as a team on the free throw line in the first half. 33-25, West Central area on top of BBE here at halftime in Glenwood. We'll take time out. This is your Minnesota Motor Company halftime report. And we'll have more coming up after this break. You're listening to the South Subsection 6A Championship Boys Basketball game on Real Rock Z103.
When it comes to knee pain, everybody's story is different. Lifestyle, existing conditions, past injuries, they all play a part. You know your knees and their story. And the orthopedic team at Lake Region Healthcare knows how to help you find options to address the pain they're putting you through. If knee pain is affecting your comfort, mobility, and overall well-being, let's craft a personalized plan for you. Learn more at lrhc.org/knee options.
Minnesota Motor Company has Buicks. Many dealerships in our area no longer sell new Buicks, so Minnesota Motor Company is proud to be able to offer the sale and service of these great vehicles to you. Right now, take advantage of the model year closeouts and save over $5,000 on a 2023 Buick Envision Avenir. Contact the sales team for more information.
Minnesota Motor.
South Pebble Lake Road, Fergus Falls. Halftime here at Minnewaska Area High School in Glenwood. Let's check the score updates. And in the North Subsection 6A championship game, the other semifinal in the section, the Henning Hornets, the number 1 seed, is leading second-seeded Ada Borup West 33-23 at halftime. Kale Misegatis has 13 to lead the Hornets in that one. And the winner of that one will play the winner of the game we're covering Friday night, 7 o'clock at the Otter Roosevelt Gym at the Otter Field House in Fergus Falls at 7 o'clock. And West Central area leading here 33-25 over BBE in the South Subsection Championship. And that also is the number 1 against the number 2. The other game, we have a Section 8-2A semifinal game going on between Pelican Rapids and East Grand Forks. And that game, Cody Osnes is covering at Concordia College in Moorhead. And that one with, Cody has a halftime score of 42-32, but we had a later update than that somewhere. I've got it somewhere here. Might have been from Jason. I'm, of course, those of you who have listened to me know I'm technologically challenged, so thank you for your grace. 4:30 to go in the game. The last update I have from Cody, Pelican Rapids leading East Grand Forks 66-56 in the semifinal in Section 8-2A at Concordia College in Moorhead. And Jason Retzloff just texted me saying, Pelican won. All right, we'll get the final here when Cody sends it over. That started at 6. That's why that one is already done. So the Vikings move on. That means Cody's got a return trip to Concordia on Friday night. 7 o'clock for the championship in the Section 8-2A. Opponent to be determined. Another game going on tonight at Concordia. And Jason Retzloff is down in the cities, and he'll be following the Underwood Rocket girls basketball team in the Class A state tournament. Tomorrow they play at Maturi Pavilion on the campus of the University of Minnesota. They will play at 1 o'clock. Southwest Minnesota Christian will be their opponent. The Rockets are 27-3. They're on a 9-game winning streak, and they're playing some great ball. This will be a fun tournament. They are the number 4 seeds, and I really think they've got a shot to win it. We'll find out starting tomorrow, 1 o'clock on KJ Country 96.5 FM with Jason Retzloff. Our Minnesota Motor Company halftime report coming your way from Minnewaska Area High School in Glenwood, and we'll be back with the start of the second half after this timeout.
At Thunderseed, we've spent over 4 generations developing the best products for dealers and growers across the region. Success requires a partner who is as committed to the full cycle of your growing season as you are. Call 1-888-6-THUNDER to learn more about our premier partner financing today. Thunderseed, first in the field, family-owned, and farmers first.
The Silverado inventory is building at Minnesota Motor Company, and that means the prices are going down. Save up to $8,000 on a Silverado half-ton truck when you trade in a vehicle. Looking for a low interest rate? Well-qualified buyers can get 0.9% APR when they finance with GM Financial. Contact the sales team for details. Customer must trade into 2010 model year or newer vehicle. Not available with lease or some other offers. And back at Minnewaska Area High School in Glenwood, about ready to start the second half. The Knights leading 33-25 over the Jaguars. Charlie Newland, who's covering the Henning game against Ada Borup West, reports a 12-0 run for Ada Borup West to begin the second half. After they trailed at halftime by 10, they now lead by 2 with 13:49 to go, 35-33. Quite a battle going there. Jaguars have the ball to start the second half. We've got a foul away from the ball, and that is going to be on the Knights' Bryce Chesbo, his first. So already the Knights have a foul here in the second half. Oh, it's his second. My mistake. So the ball inbounded to Dingman in the corner. Luke's double team. Back out to Piper. Now he feeds Wallstrom. Drives up the lane. Shot rejected by recovered by Dots. Dots on the drive. Feeds the baseline. And we've got a foul called. And Luke Ilias thinks he had all ball. The official begs to differ. We know who's going to win that argument, don't we? So second foul on Ilias. And Chesbo is on the line. Now, a huge factor in that first half, and it could be in this entire game, it will be if it remains this way, Hayden Sobiak hurt his right leg. I think the knee area is what they were looking at, and I think he's done. Second one is good. I see him down on the bench, and there are crutches at the end of the bench. I don't know if those are for him. I imagine they are. So 1 of 2 on the free throw line for Chesbo, and the Knights lead by 9, equaling their largest lead. And the Jaguars will push it ahead. Dingman gets it across up the lane. Wallstrom fights his way up against tough defense and gets it in. Boy, he took that high off the glass and right back down through the hoop. Here's Bai. Backing into the lane, turning to the basket against Dingman, who rejects the shot and grabs the rebound. Dingman will take it ahead. Right side, three-point shot, Wallstrom. Yep. So Joshua Wallstrom has all 5 points to start the second half for the Jaguars. It is 34-30 in the lane. Shot pushed up, no good. Dingman the rebound. Outlet pass taken by Daru. He'll give it back to Luke Dingman. So the first point of the half was scored by the Knights. But since then, it has been all BBE, and they cough it up. Good steal there by Sam Hansen. 10th turnover, and now the Knights give it right back. That's the 8th West Central area turnover. Here's Wallstrom off to Ilias, over to Dingman. Dingman looking to the corner. Gets it to Piper on the three-point line. Wanted to enter it to Dingman. That was denied. Now the pass into the lane. They tried to force it into Dingman, and it was picked off by Hansen again. 12th BBE turnover. Here's Dots up top for West Central area, feeding the corner. Baseline drive pass into the lane by. Feeds it out to Cam Anderson, who drains another 3. Cam with 16. And it's 37-30. The Knights on top by 7. And here come the Jaguars. Caden Daru, right side, back out to Dingman, returns it to Daru. Good look from the three-point line, hits the heel, long rebound, gathered in by Dots. He falls down and lost the ball. And a great effort there to get possession by Caden Daru. Three-pointer is good at the other end by Joshua Wallstrom, who's got all 8 of the Jaguars' second half points. How's that for the guy filling in at that shooting guard spot when the injury to Sobiak in the first half put him on the sideline? I mean, Sobiak is a 15-point-a-game scorer. Cam Anderson misfires from out top, and the rebound goes to Ilias. So you have Sobiak, a 15-point-a-game scorer, out of the lineup. So the guy that averages 6 a game usually, Josh Wallstrom, has scored the first 8 of the second half in his absence. Somebody's got to step up when that happens, and looks like it's Wallstrom right now. Right side pass, Ilias into the lane to Dingman, turns, shoots, and gets the roll off the rim. Dingman now has 7, and it's a 2-point ball game, 37-35. Knights on top. Baseline shot, Cam Anderson. It rims out, no good. The rebound pulled down by DeRue. Ahead on the far side to Wallstrom. Wallstrom is double teamed, gets it back to DeRue. And now Caden will drive past the defense and lay it in to tie the game for the 3rd time. And DeRue has 9, and Craig Hunter needs a timeout. 14-17 remaining in the game, and they were tied at 37 on our Park Region scoreboard. Park Region service beyond the connection. Enjoy the great taste of bottled water without the hassle of going to the store to get it. Call Culligan Water Conditioning of Elbow Lake and Fergus Falls about Culligan bottled water delivery. Serving the community since 1936. Let Culligan worry about your water so you don't have to. $14-17 left in this game. And the Jaguars coming out hot. 8 straight for Joshua Wallstrom to start the second half. They have outscored the Knights 12-4 to overcome that 8-point halftime deficit and forge the tie, the 3rd of the night. 37 all. And the ball belongs to West Central area. They will inbound it to Mitchell Dewey in the backcourt. He leaves it for Sam Hansen. Bounce pass left side by. Brings it back around to Cam Anderson. Drives into the lane, goes to the basket, and scores. He has been unstoppable tonight. That's 18 for Cam Anderson, 3 above his average. DeRue brings it ahead, passes to Ilias, across to Dingman. Now back to DeRue, bluffs the pass to the corner, shoots the 3 off the front of the rim, lands in Bye's lap. He hits Anderson, who fires it ahead to Chesbo. Into the lane, back out, Bye loads the 3 and connects. So, good timeout, right, by Craig Hunter? They come out of the timeout with 5 straight points. And it's 42-37. And there's a steal by Bye. 13 BBE turnovers. Into the front court, they bounce pass it into the lane, and it's knocked away, recovered by Dots, feeds it into the corner. Here's the shot from the right corner off the rim, long rebound, Luke Ilias. Knights by 5, 42-37, as the Jaguars step into the front court. Pass goes up high to DeRue, sends it right side to Piper, back out Ilias, top of the key. Left side on the wing. Now Dingman down low baseline against Bye. Backing in on Bye. Feeds it back out to DeRue. Steps around the defender and hits it from 18. So DeRue has 11. He has joined Ilias in double figures. And it's 42-39. Here's Dewey, Mitchell Dewey driving, dishing. Cam Anderson toward the lane. Picks up the dribble. Passes to Bye. Knocks Dingman down. We've got a blocking foul on Dingman. And that's going to be no shots. We're going to throw it in from under the basket. Dingman's second of the night and the team's second of the half. Nasir Dots will throw it in. Ada Borup West now leads Henning 42-36 with 9:01 to go in the game. Here's a deep 3 by the Knights' Mitch Dewey. No good, but a rebound and a putback basket by Sam Hansen. Hansen has 4. And the lead is back to 5 for the Knights. Into the front court comes DeRue. DeRue feeds the corner, getting it to Wallstrom, who's battling Dewey. He takes it baseline, double-teamed, looking for help. Back out. Ilias drops it into Dingman. Fadeaway good by Dingman. Luke with 9. And the lead is back to 3 for the Knights at 44-41 11:50 to go in the game. Dots, baseline, bank shot, won't go. Dingman's got the rebound. Ilias down the floor, the touchdown pass for 2. And Ilias has a dozen, and it's a 1-point separation. 44-43 Knights. 11.5 to go. On the three-point line, Hansen back out to Mitch Dewey. Now Chesbo, bounce pass by, left side of the lane. Dingman defending. Comes back to the top. Deep three on the way by Mitch Dewey. That won't go. Dingman rebounds the miss. And the outlet pass comes to DeRue. Back to Dingman in the middle. He wants 3. And the Belgrade-Brooten-Elrosa Jaguars have retaken the lead. A 3 by Dingman. Remember we talked about him coming alive? He has. 7 second-half points after getting 5 in the first half. Buys 3 won't go. Jaguars got the rebound with Piper bringing it ahead. Here's DeRue on the drive against Dots. Ilias puts it in Dingman's hands at the top of the key. Dingman working the dribble, turning to the baseline, back out. Now Dingman's deep 3 will hit the heel, and it's gathered in by Sam Hansen. Knights down by 2, have the ball. We have a blocking foul. And that is on Wallstrom. So Wallstrom has his second personal. Team foul number 3. And Anderson is back in. He'll replace Sam Hansen. And Anderson will throw it in from under the basket. His pass comes out on the three-point line. Now on the drive, Cam Anderson. It's rejected. And that's Luke Dingman getting the block. The Knights wanted a goaltending call. Right side, dribble penetration, baseline. There's a rejection at the other end by Ben Bai. Up the floor. Dots, baseline. Back out on the three-point line. And Mitchell Dewey drains the 3. Mitchell's got 2 baskets. They're both three-pointers. And this one puts the Knights back on top. It is 47-46. 9:50 to go in the game. Left corner, Piper back out. Three-pointer, DeRue. That's off the rim, but a rebound dunk by Luke Dingman flying up the lane. Dingman with 9 of his 14 in the second half. There's a timeout on the floor. The Jaguars lead 48-47. What a play by Dingman. He's not sleeping anymore, folks. He had 5 in the first half. He's got 9 in the second half, 14 on the night, and that one is huge. That's a play the game could turn on, to tell you the truth. So, 9:42 left. Don't go away. Lots of excitement coming up. You're listening to the South Subsection Boys Championship basketball game from Glenwood on Real Rock Z103.
This is Minnesota, so we're probably going to get some snow eventually, right? When that snow does start coming, the City of Elbow Lake would like to remind you to keep the roadways clear so the city plows can move the snow quickly. The city and Elbow Lake Municipal Power work year-round to provide the best service to the City of Elbow Lake. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30, with crews on call to provide service 24 hours a day. The City of Elbow Lake, proudly cheering on the West Central Area Knights.
I think the whole city is here tonight. We've got a great crowd here at Glenwood. Every seat is filled on both sides of the gym. I mean, a lot of students here, a lot of adults here. Both bands are here. It's a great atmosphere. Tournament time. March Madness. Into the lane, here's Cam Anderson, and he walked. Yep. Turnover number 10 on West Central area. 9.5 minutes to go in this game. What a ball game. Knights led 33-25 at halftime. But BBE has come all the way back and taken the lead at 48-47. Here's Caden DeRue. Working the dribble against Cam Anderson. Passes it over the line to Ilias. He finds Dingman on the left side. Luke brings it back to DeRue. Sends it to Piper, right corner. Now out to Ilias. Into the lane. Down low to Dingman. Muscles his way in against the double team, and he's tied up by Dots. And the jump ball gives it to West Central area. Wow. What great defense. West Central area is an outstanding defensive team. They just give you fits. Deflected passes, tie-ups like that. We've seen 3 tie-ups by Dots tonight. He's one of those players that, oh man, he's got to aggravate you as an opponent. One of those guys you love to have on your team, but you just hate to see him against your team. Here's a deep 3 by Bai, and Ben Bai puts the lead back on the Knights side of the board. That's our 9th lead change. Up the floor, at the other end, the shot is good. And that's Lance Rademacher, the 8th grader. And the Jaguars tie the game at 50. 4 times we've been tied. Shot by Dewey bounces in. Mitch Dewey has 8. And the Knights lead by 2. 8.5 to go. Dingman across to DeRue facing pressure. Up the floor, Ilias. Right side 3 by Piper. It's off the heel. Long rebound chased down to the corner by DeRue. Back out to Ilias. His 3 is good. Ilias has 15. And it's 53-52 Jaguars. That is our 10th lead change. Cam Anderson at the free throw line. Back out, top of the key, Chesbo, side of the lane, Marshall Dewey, goes into the lane, puts it up off the heel and in. Marshall Dewey has 4. And it's 54-53. Knights lead by 1. Marshall hasn't had a lot of minutes out there. He's got about a point a minute, the way it computes out, I would say. On the near side, Piper sends it across to Rademacher. Now Dingman drops it down low. Ilias, reverse layup, won't go. And it's rebounded by Chesbo. Ahead on the far side to Mitch Dewey, into the lane to Bai, and Bai is fouled, and the basket will count. Dingman got him trying to block the shot. Bai made a smart play. He pulled the ball down, waited for him to go flying by after the contact. He made the shot. And Dingman has his 3rd foul. And at the line is Bai with 14 tonight. Ben was our quality player of the game the other night. He had a really solid night. Double-double. He had 13 points, 10 rebounds in the win over Border West. And he hits the free throw here. So he now has 15 in the game, right on his average. And the Knights lead by 4. 57-53, 7.5 to play. DeRue on the drive. Count it, and he's fouled. And a 3-point play opportunity at the other end as Dots will get the foul. And that is his 2nd. So DeRue to the line. He has 13. 3 players in double figures for the Jaguars. And another, Joshua Wallstrom, close. Now, they had 5 guys in double figures the other night in their win over Brandon Evansville. Free throw good. 3-point play by DeRue makes it a 1-point game. It is 57-56. Mitch Dewey's back in. Cam Anderson is back in for the Knights. Chesbo and Marshall Dewey will come out. Knights leading by 1. 7:25 to go in this game. South subsection championship on the line here in Section 6A. And even more importantly, a berth in that section championship game Friday night in Fergus Falls. Cam Anderson will drive to the basket and score. He's got 20 points tonight. Cam has been outstanding. 59-56. Knights by 3. Cross-court pass deflected out of bounds by the Knights. Ben Bai. I was going to say bye-bye, but that wouldn't really sound right. So by the Knights, Ben Bai. Sounds better. On the left side, 3-point area. Well, they pass up the look. Cross-court pass is intercepted. And here's Cam Anderson up the floor around the defense. He missed it in and out. Boy, that was a great drive off the steal by Cam Anderson, but it would not drop through the basket. 6:40 left. Fast-paced second half. Knights leading by 3. Jaguars with the ball. Ilias up top. To the middle to DeRue. Wants the screen, takes it, drives through the defense and draws the foul, and he'll shoot 2, and Mitch Dewey has his 3rd. Team foul number 3 on the Knights. Jaguars have 4. And with the Knights leading by 3, the Jaguars, Caden DeRue is at the line. He has made 2 of 3 and misses. 14 for DeRue tonight. Ada now is leading 54-43 over Henning with 5:13 to play in the North Subsection Championship game. Second one is good by DeRue. So he has 15, and it's a 2-point Knight lead, 59-57 on our Park Region scoreboard. Knights have the ball, and it's in the hands of Cam Anderson. It's a good place for it to be tonight. And Anderson drives in, has the ball knocked away by Dingman, who said, I didn't touch it. I don't think he did. I think it was just mishandled by Cam. But the Knights get the break, and it will be thrown in from under the basket now by Anderson. If he can find someone, it's deflected out of bounds on the inbounds pass by DeRue. Pelican Rapids has won at East Grand Forks. I haven't seen the final on that yet, but we know Pelican won because Jason Retzloff said so, and he would not toy with me. Here's Cam Anderson, three-point line, into the lane, picks up the dribble, wants some help, passes it back, straight on three, blocked by Wallstrom, who's had a great second half, and recovered by Ilias. BBE back into the front court. On the attack, it's Dingman. Pulls up on the right wing, passes back out to Piper, looking for help. He used his dribble, and now passes up the sideline. Wallstrom drops it down low to Dingman. Fade away in the lane. There it is again, Luke Dingman. 11 second half points, 16 on the night, and we are even at 59. Fifth time we've had a tie. Anderson, baseline, double team, bounce pass for Bai, stolen by Dingman, but then he coughed it up, and they shot from inside the lane, no good by Dewey. Rebounded by Dingman. He's had a ton of rebounds tonight. Dingman brings it across near side. Here's DeRue getting a screen up top. 5 minutes to go. Tied at 59 here in Glenwood. DeRue's pass up high. They rotate it right side. Wallstrom has it. Looks back to the top. Left side three is open and hit by Dingman. Oh, my. 12 lead changes. Dingman on fire in the second half. He has 14 second half points, 19 for the game. And it's 62-59. BBE. Here's a three by Hansen for the tie off the rim. Rebound by, put back basket by Ben Bai. He has 17, 11 in the second half. It's 62-61. I think somebody needs a timeout. I'm getting tired. These guys have been going hard here in the second half. And there's a cross-court pass, risky, but they completed it. Three-point shot is good out of the corner by Piper. Piper has 2 3-pointers in the game, one in each half. The Jaguars lead by 4 with 4:05 to go, and Craig Hunter takes timeout. We will too. Don't go away. More South Subsection Championship action from Minnewaska Area High School in Glenwood coming up after this timeout.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Runestone Insurance, here supporting customers every day and supporting every night. Runestone Insurance Agency, Kensington.
What a second half. What a ball game. Halftime saw the Knights leading 33-25 over Belgrade-Brooten-Elrosa. The Jaguars now have a 65-61 lead with 4:05 remaining in the game. The Knights have the basketball. And it has been back and forth. We have seen 12 lead changes. The game has been tied 5 times. Knights have the basketball. Cam Anderson has had a great night. He's got 20. He's got the ball in his hands. And a lob pass for Bai. Great execution. They get the easy 2. 19 for Bai, who's having another great game. 65-63. Jaguars by 2. 3:45 on the clock. Luke Dingman up top, guarded by Dots. Dots has been active with his hands as he always is. Here's DeRue. He almost lost it. Good job by Ilias. To the corner it goes to Wallstrom. And we got a timeout taken here as Chris Anderson didn't like the way the Jaguars were responding to the pressure that they were seeing. So he takes the timeout. Good timeout. And we'll take a timeout. We'll be back. There's more South Subsection Championship action from Minnewaska Area High School in Glenwood coming up after this timeout.
Energy-efficient technologies have the power to connect us all, so we can save and make choices that are smart. Like choosing Energy Star appliances, LED lighting, and smart home technologies. Otter Tail Power Company is here to help. Go to otpco.com/smart energy to learn all the ways you can make a difference. Because with energy-efficient technologies, we can connect to a better, smarter home.
Jaguars leading here 65-63 over the West Central Area Knights. We have seen 12 lead changes in this game. I don't think we've seen our last the way this is going. Now, what a second half for Luke Dingman. 14 of his 19 in the second half. Caden DeRue throws the ball in to Joshua Wallstrom. Wallstrom got the Jaguars on the road back after they trailed at halftime by 8. There's a shot that hits the side of the rim and is rebounded by Bai. Up the floor, Dots. Knights down 2 in possession. Here's Cam Anderson at the top. Right side Dots. Bounce pass by in the lane. Looks back out. Mitchell Dewey lets it fly. That's good. Mitchell Dewey has 3 threes. He has 11 points, and we have our 13th lead change. 66-65 Knights with under 3 to go. Into the corner. Piper looks back out. Stolen. Picked off by Dewey. Here's Mitch. Another 3 off the rim. Weak side rebound. Fought for out of bounds off Dots. Or no. Off the Jaguars, they're saying. You can hear the reaction. Interesting. Wow. Well, the Knights will keep it from under the basket. It'll be thrown in by Cam Anderson with 2:42 on the clock. Bounce pass taken by Chesbo. Moving into the lane. Back out. Dots bluffs the 3. Drives the lane. Kicks it to the corner. That 3 is off the rim. No good. Tipped out on the perimeter. Recovered there by Dingman. Dingman to the baseline. Passes back out. 3-pointer. DeRue nails it. What a second half for DeRue. He has 11 of his 18 in the second half. That is lead change number 14. And it's 68-66. Jaguars on top. 2:10 to go. Knights have the ball. Man-to-man half-court defense by the Jaguars. Here's Anderson stepping into the lane, missing. Ball tipped out on the perimeter. Dots ties it up. That ball was coming into the hands of Taylor Piper, and Nez Dots was right in there tying him up. Well, the possession arrow favors the Jaguars, so they'll get it with 1:59 left and a 2-point lead on their side of the scoreboard. The inbounds pass comes to Luke Ilias. Pressure, man-to-man, full court by the Knights. DeRue. He'll dribble against Mitchell Dewey and get it into the front court. Oh, he almost traveled. Pass comes across on the near side. Piper feeds the baseline. Wallstrom is fouled on the drive. Both teams have fouls to give. That's only the 4th foul of the second half against the Knights. And on Chesbo, that is his 3rd. So Chesbo and Mitch Dewey and Sam Hansen all have 3 fouls for the Knights. Luke Dingman sitting with 3 for the Jaguars. Dingman will trigger the inbounds pass from under the basket. He gets it into the corner to DeRue, and that's knocked away by, who do you think? Nasser Dots. He must touch the ball more than anybody in the game, and it's not necessarily in an offensive possession. It's deflecting passes. He's all over the place. Dots, the running back for the Knights football team, he hurt his ankle in the first game. Might have been the first quarter of the first game of the season and was out for almost the entire year. Ball knocked away, and we're going to get a foul. Who's it on? Dots or... Yeah, it's on Dots. Dots and Chesbo were double teaming the ball. And they came up with the ball, but the foul, I guess, helped. So that's team foul number 5 on the Knights. So now you can add Dots to that list of 4 players with 3 fouls. Out near midcourt, DeRue gets it to Dingman. They're posting Ilias up high. To the corner it goes to Wallstrom. Back out. Wallstrom across. Far side to Piper. Now back to Dingman. 3-pointer on the way. That's off the iron. Crashing the boards. The Knights come away with it. Out of the backcourt on the dribble. They feed the corner. Back out. Here's By at the free throw line. They get it over to Cam Anderson. He'll drive into the lane. Kick it back out. And Mitchell Dewey will hit another 3. Mitchell Dewey has hit 3 second-half threes, 4 for the game. He's got 14 points, and the Knights lead it by 1 with our 15th lead change and a minute to go. Jaguars have the basketball. Near sideline, Wallstrom. Back out to Ilias. Ilias, free throw line, Dingman. Drives around By to the basket. By gets the rejection. Dingman winds up on the floor, and the Jaguars can't believe there wasn't a foul call, but there wasn't. Knights have the ball. Craig Hunter wants timeout. 36.7 seconds remaining. Knights 69. Jaguars 68. Don't go away. You don't want to miss this finish. It's the Section 6A South Subsection Championship game from Glenwood between the Knights and the Jaguars. West Central area leading BBE 69-68. We're back after this timeout.
Your number 1 West Central area Knights fans, Auto Owners Insurance and Wendell Pioneer Insurance are a winning combination. They'll work with you to insure your home, auto, business, and life to keep everything you value safe, sound, and secure. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. If you find your insurance confusing, frustrating, and at times overwhelming, it's time to talk with Wendell Pioneer Insurance. They will walk you through the insurance process and make it as effortless as possible. Visit Jeff, Mary, Chelsea, and Megan at Wendell Pioneer Insurance, your trusted choice.
Well, the last update we had from the Hive in Perham was Ada Borup West leading Henning 54-43 with 5:13 to go in the game. The winner of this game will play the winner of that game Friday night, 7 o'clock at the Otter Fieldhouse, Roosevelt Gym, for the Section 6A Championship. And both games are in doubt right now, but boy, Ada Borup West has had a great second half. Pelican Rapids has won their 8-2A semifinal game over East Grand Forks 78-65. Timmy Guler, 20 points, 8 rebounds. Got to feel good for Timmy Guler after the injuries he has had in his career. There's a backcourt foul immediately on the inbounds play. And the reason being that there are fouls to give here. You got to get to a situation where you can put the other team on the line if you need to. And that is Taylor Piper's first foul. And each team now has 5 team fouls. We have 34.3 to go. You can expect another foul right away here, too, if Dots can get the ball in. And he does on the near side. And there is a foul in the backcourt on DeRue. So DeRue will pick up his... second foul, and that is team foul number 6. 33 seconds remaining. And the inbounds pass into the backcourt. 1 point lead for the Knights, 69-68. They have the basketball. And the ball is going to be, we got a timeout by Craig Hunter before that ball was tipped away. So the Knights take another timeout. 69-68, West Central area leading Belgrade-Brooten-Elrosa in this South Subsection 6A Championship game. We'll be right back with more playoff basketball on Real Rock Z103.
Is it finally time to consider a knee replacement? Lake Region Healthcare's orthopedics team is here to customize every step of your journey back to moving well again. Addressing your concerns, providing options like robotic-assisted knee replacement, and guiding you through a seamless recovery. Our goal is the same as yours, to get you moving with ease as soon as possible. Go to LR frhc.org/knee replacement to learn more.
It has been a great ball game, the South Subsection Championship between West Central area, the number 1 seed, and Belgrade-Brooten-Elrosa, the number 2 seed. These two teams have had great seasons, both of them. And here we are, 24 seconds away from the end of regulation, and it's a 1-point game. Knights 69, Jaguars 68 on our Park Region scoreboard. The bonus is on for every foul the Jaguars commit. The Knights still have one to give. Here's the inbounds pass from Dots. It comes to Cam Anderson. He is fouled immediately. Probably not the guy you want to foul. Well, Ada Borup West has beaten Henning 69-55. The Cougars have put together some outstanding games, and they will advance. Here's Cam Anderson. 20 points. And misses. Rebound tipped off the board, recovered by the Knights, and it's tied up. We've got a jump ball, and the Knights will keep it. What a turn of events. A missed free throw. The ball batted around off the board and rebounded by the Knights and tied up, and the possession arrow is in favor of the Knights. So with 19.6 seconds remaining, the Knights will throw it in after Craig Hunter takes another timeout. This is basketball, isn't it? I mean, you get down to this stage of the game, and you use your timeouts. I mean, it's a 1-point game. There's a lot on the line here. South Subsection Championship. Trip to the section championship game. Atlas Outdoor Services takes your yard as seriously as you take the games. Good luck this year as you take the court. Atlas Outdoor Services in Fergus Falls. Stay tuned following the game. We will name our quality player of the game. That's going to be a tough selection tonight. Quality Toyota and Lake Country Graphics bringing you the action, the post-game report with the quality player of the game. I got to really think about this one. Man, it's been a fun ball game. And 69-68 Knights with 19.6 seconds to go. 15 lead changes. 5 times. Huge turnovers and steals. Charlie Newland reporting Ada Borup outscored Henning 46-22 in the second half to defeat the Hornets 69-55. So it'll be Ada Borup West against the winner of this one. 7 o'clock Friday at the Otter Field House, the Roosevelt Gym. Here's the pass from under the offensive basket by Cam Anderson. Anderson looking, getting it into the corner immediately. There's a foul on Joshua Wallstrom. Well, last time they put the Knights on the line, they got what they wanted, a missed free throw, but they didn't get the rebound as it was tied up by Naz Dots, and they got the possession arrow in the Knights' favor. Now the possession arrow's in the Jaguars' favor, and we see Mitchell Dewey at the line. This is Mitchell's first trip to the line, but he has been hot from the three-point line. 4 threes tonight for 12 of his 14 points. And now with 18.7 seconds remaining, here's Dewey. Got it. 15 for Dewey. Knights by 2. Chris Anderson wants a timeout. Well, both coaches are certainly using every opportunity to discuss strategy, what they're going to do. If this happens, then this. Right now, you know, the Knights make a free throw here and make it a 3-point game. The Jaguars, with 18.7 left, they need to look for a 3. If the Knights miss the free throw, they have options, the Jaguars. They don't have to necessarily settle for a 3. Now, that'd be nice to hit a 3 and get the game winner, right? But they still know they can tie the game and force overtime with a 2 if that free throw is missed. Well, I don't know why the clock is running here down to 13.3 seconds. What are they doing? They're adjusting the time. It was 18.7. It must not have run on that. Oh, let's see. Yeah, they got it back to 18.7. I don't know. They're fooling around for some reason. Just trying to make us nervous. That's what they're trying to do. All right. There we go. Mitchell Dewey with a chance to put the Knights up 3. And it's good. Boy, Dewey is a cool customer. 16 for Dewey. 3-point lead for the Knights. 71-68. Here come the Jaguars. Daru gets the screen. Feeds the corner. Wallstrom, they're going to look for Dingman. He's going to shoot the deep 3 off the rim. Long rebound. Knights grab it, and By is out of bounds. So they will set it up with 3.9 seconds remaining. And Chris Anderson's going to take another timeout to set up the 3-point play look that they want at the end of the game with 3 needed to tie it. And if you're West Central area, do not foul the shooter, right? The last thing you want to do is foul the 3-point shooter, have him make the shot, and put him on the line for a chance to win it. That's every coach's nightmare, I think, in this scenario. So the Knights lead by 3, 3.9 seconds to go, and the Knights do have a foul to give. So, do you foul right away? Take a couple of seconds off the clock, or a second and a half? Yes, I'm asking you, Jason. I know you're listening. So do you foul the guy before the shot? Put the ball in play. Use that foul. Take a second or so off the clock. You got one to give. We'll see what Craig Hunter told them to do. I can guess all I want, but it's part of the fun, isn't it, of being a fan? Luke Dingman will throw it in from in front of his own bench with a 3-pointer needed to tie and force overtime. He passes it in for Ilias. Now Dingman shoots the 3, misses off the heel, out the buzzer. And the West Central area Knights advance to the Section 6A championship game Friday night, where they will face the Ada Borup West Cougars. What a ball game. 71-68 the final on our Park Region scoreboard. Park Region, service beyond the connection. And the West Central area Knights survive a battle as the number 1 seed against number 2 Belgrade-Brooten-Elrosa after trailing in the second half by 4 points at one time. The Knights led by 8 at halftime, but BBE fought back and regained the lead. 15 lead changes, 5 ties in the game. And in the second half, the Jaguars outscored the Knights 43-38. They certainly did what they had to do to get back in this game, but the Knights are able to hold them off for a 71-68 victory, and West Central area wins the South Subsection Championship in Section 6A, and they will now play Ada Borup West for the championship as they outscored Henning 46-22 in the second half to defeat Henning 69-55 and win the North title, the number 2 seeded Cougars ousting the number 1 seeded Hornets in the North. Well, we've got a lot to recap on our post-game report, so we'll take a timeout and come back to give you all the numbers as our post-game show comes your way next from Minnewaska Area High School in Glenwood, where the Knights of West Central area have beaten the Jaguars of Belgrade-Brooten-Elrosa 71-68 on our Park Region scoreboard. Back with our post-game report after this timeout.
Your projects are experts, job well done. Grant County Lumber and Hardware.
As the days grow longer and the sun gets warmer, it's time to start planning your summer building projects. Whether it's a new deck, porch, addition, or that dream cabin, Grant County Lumber and Hardware is here to help every step of the way.
Your projects are experts. Job well done. Grant County Lumber and Hardware.
Oh, hey there, folks. You know, Farmers Co-op Oil in Elbow Lake's got your back come game day, don't you know? Oh, yeah. Before you head out to them big away games, swing by their friendly C-store and fill her up on gas and goodies. With Amore Pork in the cooler and Abby's Bakery on the shelves. They got snacks tastier than Snickers salad at the church potluck. And that's really saying something. Now let's hit the road and cheer on the nights. Oh, yeah, you betcha.
Farmers Co-op Oil in Elbow Lake. Grab your snacks and get some gas. Oh, and hey, watch out for deer.
This is Minnesota, so we're probably going to get some snow eventually, right? When that snow does start coming, the City of Elbow Lake would like to remind you to keep the roadways clear so the city plows can move the snow quickly. The city and Elbow Lake Municipal Power work year-round to provide the best service to the City of Elbow Lake. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30, with crews on call to provide service 24 hours a day. The City of Elbow Lake, proudly cheering on the West Central Area Knights.
What a battle it was between the top two seeds in the south half of Section 6A as the West Central Knights defeat the Belgrade-Brooten-Elrosa Jaguars 71-68. 15 lead changes, 5 ties in the game. And a great balance on both sides. Belgrade-Brooten-Elrosa had 3 players in double figures. Luke Dingman came alive in the second half with 14 of his 19 points in that second half. 18 points for Caden DeRue, who had 11 in the second half. And 15 points for Luke Ilias, had 10 of his 15 in the first half. Joshua Wallstrom had the first 8 points of the second half after the Knights had an 8-point halftime lead. And Wallstrom single-handedly brought him back to get close after that first free throw made by the Knights by Bryce Chesbo to give them a 9-point lead. Wallstrom scored 8 straight to cut it to 1 and really got the game back to within easier reach. And then we saw the battle, the lead changes over the entire second half. Wallstrom with those 8 points, 6 for Taylor Piper on a pair of threes, 1 in each half, and 2 for 8th grader Lance Rademacher. You look at this BBE team, and they're going to miss Caden DeRue and Luke Dingman. They're 2 seniors. But they bring back a real good nucleus of underclassmen with the 3 juniors and a sophomore and an 8th grader. And one of the things that can't be overlooked tonight is the injury to Hayden Sobiak. Sobiak did not score, but he only played I'm not sure what time the injury occurred, but it was 5 minutes into the game. He went down with a right knee injury, and he did not return. And he's got that leg wrapped, and he's got crutches out there as he got his silver medal, his red ribbon. He pretty dejected. He didn't get a chance to play in this game, but he's a junior. He'll be back next year. But that affected BBE. It affects your rotation. It affects the lineup you can have on the floor at crunch time. And Sobiak had a 15.6 rebound average on the season and 2.5 assists. And that's a huge loss. And a 6'4 player coming out of there really creates a void. So it's hard to replace a guy like that. And BBE fought valiantly without one of their starters out there, but just could not close out a very good West Central Area Knights team. And let's look at the Knights. What a defensive effort. They forced 15 turnovers tonight and just are all over you in the half court. They deflected so many passes. They're tying the ball up all the time. I know that Naz Dots had 4 tie-ups during the game, 3 in the first half, and then the huge one down the stretch of the second half when the Knights missed the free throw and the rebound was alive and he tied it up. and the possession was in their favor. That was huge by Naz Dotz, who is a tremendous defensive player. He even hit a 3 tonight. You know, he averages 4 points a game, but boy, he's so valuable in so many areas. So he had 3. You had Marshall Dewey with 4, Sam Hansen with 4, 5 for Bryce Chesbo, and then 3 players in double figures. Mitch Dewey had 16. He had 13 of them in the second half, and he had 4 3-pointers among his 16 points tonight. Ben Bai, 13 in the second half, had 19 for the game, and again, another good rebounding night, too, for Ben. I don't have rebound numbers, but he may have another double-double like he did the other night against Border West. And then Cam Anderson's game tonight was outstanding. Anderson really got him going with 13 first-half points. He finished with 20 in the game. But just a tremendous team effort. And I think every win the Knights have had this year, you can say that. Talking to Craig Hunter about his team and the balance that they have, and just knowing from writing the stories on the website all year, there's such good balance on this team, and they are a team, and Craig Hunter just really loves the way they play together, and they sure showed that tonight too. And their senior-dominated lineup, starting lineup, they have 4 of their 5 players in the starting lineup are seniors. Only Ben Bai is an underclassman there. But they come off the bench with a junior, Sam Hansen, a sophomore, Marshall Dewey. And they've got a couple other juniors, Owen Sandstedt and Cash Nelson, who didn't play much tonight, but really have contributed down the stretch. And the other night, Nelson had 4 threes in the second half. So they've got some good players returning, but they're going to have a lot of holes after this year. But you know what? This year isn't over yet. They've got the championship game Friday night at the Outer Field House, the Roosevelt Gym, at 7 o'clock in Fergus Falls, as they will take on the Ada Borup West Cougars for the Section 6A title and a state tournament berth. I mentioned before the game that the 4 teams playing in the Section 6A semifinals for subsection titles tonight, here's where they are ranked in the state. West Central area, number 2 in the state. Ada Borup, number 3 in the state. Okay? 2 and 3 playing for the section title Friday night. One of the top 3 teams in the state will not get to compete at the state tournament because they're not going to get there. One of them's going to lose. Henning, who lost to Ada Borup tonight, they were number 6 in the state. They're not going to get there. Number 8 in the state, Belgrade-Brooten-Elrosa. Not going to get there. How tough is this section, huh? Wow. What a night. Couple of great games, and the Knights get the win here, 71-68. The other scores tonight, Henning got beat by Ada Borup West, 69-55. And in Section 8-2A, where Cody Osnes was calling the game, it wound up with Pelican Rapids winning 78-65 over East Grand Forks. Timmy Guler with 20 points and 8 rebounds. So the Vikings will play at Concordia Friday night at 7 for the championship there. In Section 8-2A, we'll have coverage on KJ Country 96.5 FM. The Knights will play Ada Borup West at 7 o'clock Friday night at the Outer Roosevelt Gym at the Outer Field House, 7 o'clock for the Section 6A title. We'll have that one here on Real Rock Z103. And tomorrow we'll have Jason Retzloff from Maturi Pavilion at the U of M with a quarterfinal round of the Class A State Girls Basketball Tournament. The Underwood Rockets going up against Southwest Minnesota Christian. That one's a 1 o'clock start on KJ Country. About a 12:30 pregame tomorrow. Jason will have a nice long conversation with the head coach Brian Hovland prior to the game tomorrow on the pregame show. And this is our postgame show from Minnewaska Area High School in Glenwood, where the Knights have advanced to the Section 6A championship game with a South subsection title win over Belgrade-Brooten-Elrosa 71-68. We'll come back, one more piece of business to do, and that is naming our quality player of the game for Quality Toyota and Lake Country Graphics. We'll do it after this final timeout.
At Thunderseed, we've spent over 4 generations developing the best products for dealers and growers across the region. Success requires a partner who is as committed to the full cycle of your growing season as you are. Call 1-888-6-THUNDER to learn more about our premier partner financing today. Thunderseed, first in the field, family-owned, and farmers first.
Your number one West Central area Knights fans, Auto Owners Insurance and Wendell Pioneer Insurance are a winning combination. They'll work with you to ensure your home, auto, business, and life to keep everything you value safe, sound, and secure. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. If you find your insurance confusing, frustrating, and at times overwhelming, it's time to talk with Wendell Pioneer Insurance. They will walk you through the insurance process and make it as effortless as possible. Visit Jeff, Mary, Chelsea, and Megan at Wendell Pioneer Insurance, your trusted choice.
Quality Toyota is proud to salute the achievements of each quality player. It takes teamwork to compete, and the Quality Player Award recognizes the extra effort by an individual in each athletic contest. Quality Toyota commends the hard work, dedication, and quality efforts of these outstanding youth. That attitude will help each quality player as they go forward. Congratulations to each of the quality players from Quality Toyota on West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
Never easy, especially a game like this, to name our quality player of the game. Sponsored by Quality Toyota and Lake Country Graphics. Lake Country Graphics is your apparel source for personalized printed or embroidered clothing and accessories. Go to yourapparelsource.com/Lake Country Graphics. Lake Country Graphics in Fergus Falls, 998-4027. Well, our quality player of the game, as I mentioned, it's a tough decision tonight. Could certainly be Cam Anderson, who had a great first half, got the Knights rolling, had 13 of his 20 in the first half. It could be Ben Bai, who I think had a double-double. He wound up with 19, had 13 in the second half. But I'm going with 5'11 senior Mitch Dewey. Mitch Dewey had 3 at halftime, hit a three-pointer in the first half. Then he came alive in the second half. Down the stretch, he hit 2 clutch three-pointers. As the Knights were trailing, he gave them the lead with the second three-pointer. Then he went to the line and hit both free throws with the Knights leading by 1 to get them up by 3 in the final seconds and force BBE to only get a three-point shot. So I thought Mitch Dewey was great all night. Defensively also forced some turnovers. Wound up with a 16-point performance. Hit 4 threes, 4 of the Knights' 9 threes in the game, and 2 clutch free throws. So I'm going with the senior, 5'11", Mitch Dewey, our quality player of the game for Quality Toyota and Lake Country Graphics. Well, looking forward to the next couple of days. Tomorrow, 1 o'clock, Jason Retzloff with the Underwood Rockets against Southwest Minnesota Christian. And that game on KJ Country, 96.5 FM. I'll be with the West Central area and Ada Borup West boys on Friday night at the Outer Fieldhouse at the Roosevelt Gym for a 7 o'clock tip-off for the Section 6A Boys Championship. And Cody Osnes will be at Concordia, where the Pelican Rapids Vikings will play for the Section 8-2A title at 7 o'clock Friday night on KJ Country, 96.5 FM. And of course, the Rockets will play on Friday. We don't know when, depending on whether they win or whether they lose that first-round game, so we'll have coverage of the Rocket girls also on Friday, and if they win one of their first 2, we'll have a Saturday game from the Twin Cities as well. So that'll do it for our coverage tonight from the Section 6A South Subsection Championship game, as the West Central Area Knights defeat the Belgrade-Brooten-Elrosa Jaguars by a score of 71-68. You've been listening to coverage of Section 6A South Subsection Championship basketball on Real Rock Z103.
Today's game has been brought to you by Grant County Lumber, Nelson Auto Center, and the Nelson Auto Center starting lineup, Runestone Telecom, Farmers Co-op Oil, Culligan of Elbow Lake and Fergus Falls, Minnesota Motor Company, and the Minnesota Motor Company Halftime Report, Thunderseed, Quality Toyota, and the Quality Toyota Player of the Game, Lake Country Graphics, Park Region, and the Park Region Scoreboard, Lake Region Healthcare, City of Elbow Lake, Runestone Insurance, and Ottertail Power Company. This has been a Leighton Media Sports presentation.